In just a few weeks, Lewis Kaplan will be doing one of the things he loves most, bringing some of the greatest music ever composed to audiences here in Maine.
Lewis Kaplan is the founder of the Bach Virtuosi Festival in Portland, which is celebrating its 11th year. But 11 years is just one brief chapter in the life of Lewis Kaplan, who is a vigorous 92 years old and has been captivated by music since he was a little boy.
When I was 4 or 5, I kept, for lack of a better word, nagging my mother that I want a violin. And I don't remember where I might have heard the violin, but obviously something, and I said, I want to play the violin.
That's really unusual, extraordinarily unusual for a 4-year-old to be saying to his mom, I want a violin.
Well, my mom then thought she'd buy me a toy violin, and she went to her mother, my grandmother, who was a marvelous person. She said, why don't you buy him a real violin? And that was the beginning.
You were serious about it, even from that age, and not just sort of goofing around with it?
No, and I remember her handing me the violin after she bought it, and it was really a very, very joyful moment. I was screaming and plucking and trying to get any kind of sound I could out of the instrument.
You're probably too modest to acknowledge it, but you were a violin prodigy?
I never thought of that.
Music has shaped and inspired Lewis Kaplan since he first picked up that violin nearly 9 decades ago. He performs, he conducts, and he teaches, notably at the famed Juilliard School in New York City.
It's remarkable how working with very talented, brilliant young people, they rejuvenate me. I feel I'll teach 3-4 hours and say, wow, I feel great. What a way to spend an afternoon or a morning, and I'm really a lucky person.
You look terrific. I take it that you feel terrific, and you still pretty much keep up a full load of work?
I do.
In 1964, Kaplan helped found the Bowdoin International Music Festival at Bowdoin College in Brunswick. He stepped down from that acclaimed festival in 2014, thinking 50 years there was probably enough. Then he immediately took on a new project, founding the Bach Virtuosi Festival, now in its 10th year in Portland.
I think in this world, which is torn apart, and it is so difficult for all of us, that to sit in a church and listen to the music of Johann Sebastian Bach, even if you've never been to a concert, you will find, I promise you, that you find something that drugs won't give you, that nothing else will give you.
What has it meant to you to be able to spend so many summers in Maine and have music be part of the experience every year?
I can only think that I feel the most fortunate person in the world.
You, in your life, seem to illustrate the saying, the well-known saying, find something you love to do and you'll never work a day in your life.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. I don't consider what I do work. It is a calling. It is spiritual. It is uplifting. All of it, whether I'm studying a score or teaching a student or delving into Bach with a book. It's only because I want to do it. I don't have to do any of it.
What do you sing or hum in the shower?
I don't, but before I go to sleep at night, Bach is there, and I'm going through various passages of work, and it's amazing how much I discovered with my head on the pillow. I think of, why didn't I see that 30 years ago?
So even immersed in the music of this composer, as you have been for decades, you still continue to have new insights and new discoveries?
Absolutely.
At At last year's Bach Festival, Lewis Kaplan was especially looking forward to conducting a piece in which the audience had the opportunity to participate, to be part of the magic of Bach.
Last part of the piece, and I invite the audience, they're going to have a copy of the music, and here join these great singers, join these great performers, and let's all go to heaven together.
Could you possibly imagine a better ambassador for the music of Bach than Lewis Kaplan?
No. Listening to him talk about his love for what he does, it's like a warm hug. He's so inspiring with everything that he says, and you can feel it. He loves what he does.
No, the enthusiasm is utterly infectious. All right, so the Bach Virtuosi Festival will take place in Portland from June 16th to the 23rd. It's the 11th year. For information on tickets, concert times, locations, head to the 207 section of our News Center Maine website or app.